I have a call, Luke, at 12:30.
Sure, go for it. Other ways to get more specific about who you're trying to target, if you are just kind of doing an SGO style efforts, if you're running out of people to contact for this, using keywords is a very good way. So rewards, like I mentioned earlier, is a great keyword. These are all people in the Toronto area that are high level, that have rewards somewhere in their profile. So you can see this Steven guy, he's global total rewards at Hennings Automotive. Obviously somebody that we would want to talk to. So that's somebody that if this search isn't done with a group as a part of the search, so like the search before had the linked HR group included, you can tell that he's in some group. It may or may not be linked HR, but you just click on the guy's name and scroll to the bottom, look for his groups. So he is in linked HR, but he's also in this SHRM networking group that I'm a part of. Definitely one of the groups that I recommend everybody joins, because if they're not in linked HR, they're likely in one like this or some sort of SHRM group. Any SHRM group, like
how do you have to get group to join it?
All you have to do is, like if I tried to go into SPHR network, I probably would not get approved because that's pretty specific.
You haven't got your degree.
Right. So they're gonna deny me on that. But if I go, just pointing out probably the best groups to join, this employee communications and engagement group, employee engagement group right here, and then since I was prospecting, I've got screenshots. Yeah. I created this screenshot actually.
So I should join all those?
Yeah. This is a slide that I'm going to send out to everyone, all the screenshots that are applicable to this.
You get bombarded then with tons of...
You can turn off
no.
turn off the email. Turn off the notifications.
You can turn them off. Or you can get like a weekly digest.
You can even change it so people can't message you, but most people go with yes, allow.
Yeah, 95% of people allow messaging through the group.
But I can turn off notifications. I don't know about everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send this out afterwards because this is all screenshots.
I get a ton of shit on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Every day.
Yeah. I mean, that's people like me trying to talk to you.
Exactly.
So, exactly. The groups here that, so I'll send this out so you can see what the best groups are. I've kind of circled them or pointed at them. The reason why I circled these two is because they're SHRM groups of the area where the DC event was. So, if someone wasn't in linked HR, there's a good chance they were in the Northern Virginia SHRM group or the DC Metro SHRM group. I'm also in the Maryland SHRM group. I think those are the only area SHRM groups I'm in. But then there's a SHRM LinkedIn group, a general one, and then there's also HCI, that one's a good one, Human Resources IQ. So all the people that we're prospecting, there's a good chance they're at least in one of these groups.
Thanks. So you'll send us.
Yeah.
The other thing, can we pound on the customers that are at HCI to join our dinner?
Yeah.
Working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it.
None of them join at dinner. Oh, shot.
We're working on it.
And some of them are like Santander, another division. They don't know that they're a customer, so I can show them the Santander.
Which one is that?
Santander?
Yeah, which one's the one that doesn't know that they're a customer?
I think the person coming is from a different division. I don't think she's from Boston.
Who's the one that does?
Okay.
I don't know.
Marcy's working on it.
So
they're all on the sheet.
continuing with messaging people, continue with just being able to message people as quickly as possible. If you don't want to go through all the searches and stuff and you want to just use linked HR to find people in your account, Bank of America, for example, all the people that are within the linked HR group in Bank of America, there's 500 plus, and I'd be able to message all of them. Obviously, you can add a name. So we're going to go with Alicia. And so Alicia P shows up, and she's VP of HR and Global Staffing Initiatives of Bank of America, located in Detroit. So that's somebody that might be very interested in going. It's very close, someone that we would want to be there. And it's also one of my target accounts in the Mid-Atlantic. So this is a person that I absolutely want to go. This is going to be the full cadence of what I use to get in contact with these people. So when I find someone like Alicia, see, where's the, hold on. Okay, right here.
Just remind me to talk to you about B of A later.
Yeah, okay. I will just go back to that. I lost track of where I was in these tabs. Right here. Okay. So we've got Alicia. She's in the linked HR group, and we're going to go ahead and just send her a message. So like I showed you before, that auto-populates, copy and paste. You change Bank of America.
Misspelled that.
Well, that's okay. I'm not actually sending this anyway. I've already sent something to her. But and then first name, Alicia. Okay. So I would hit send message. So we'll pretend that I just hit send message. We want to know her last name, so that there's a possibility we could figure out, her email address and wanted to add her to Salesforce to add her to any other campaign. So if you go into, and by the way, this is her profile, right? So still can't see her last name. She's in the group, so. And I sent her a message, so she shows up in my inbox. So if I go to send messages.
You gotta clear the find field, you have CSC written there.
It's just loading.
Oh, okay.
So her name is Alicia Parker. All right, so we've got her full name. She, VP of HR at Bank of America. Now I want to find out what her email address is. So the way I'm going to do that is I have a running spreadsheet that don't pay a whole lot of attention to, but I basically pulled it from the last event of all the people I invited to DC. So I'm going to go and control find, there we go, and find Bank of America. This thing's right there. So searching for Bank of America, find next. Okay, so I see it's right here. I went ahead and actually tested every single email of all my target accounts to see if they allow email verification via mailtester.com. So any of my accounts that are highlighted in purple allow email verification. Any in black do not. So I see that, yes, Bank of America allows email verification. So I'm going to go to mailtester.com, and look at the nomenclature of the email. So Lori.Harding at Bank of America is someone who's in the Salesforce, library already. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy the way that her email is in MailTester. So it would be alicia.parker at bankofamerica.com. Check email address. And sometimes it takes a second to verify it. But it's loading. And boom, the email address is valid. So I'm going to copy her email address, go into the Bank of America Salesforce account, create a new contact. Oh, logged out.
Our SSO is broken.
Yeah. So create a new contact, put all of her information in, which I already did. And she's now a new contact within Salesforce. We have her email address, and you can obviously go in and send an email, do anything like that. I was doing this for the DC event. Anybody that I found on LinkedIn and sent a message to for an invitation and then found their email address, I immediately went into Salesforce and sent them an invitation email as well. I think I had maybe about 5 or 6 that registered on the spot after doing both of those back to back. It just seemed to get people's attention. So I think this can be done via Marketo. I don't like using it as much as Salesforce because I can track this a little bit better. But you could go into Alicia's profile and do the send Marketo email, which I actually hate it because there should be a tab right here to send Marketo email, and it's not even showing up. I'm going to see if we can get the ACE template to put it back in Salesforce because I just don't find Marketo very user-friendly. But if I was to have sent her a Salesforce email, I created an email tracking report via the HTML email status option under contacts, and I'd be able to see if Alicia ever opens that invitation email. And then part of my cadence was calling her. If I saw that she opened it, I'd pick up the phone right away. Hey, I sent you invitation via LinkedIn as well as an email invitation to this event. And like I said, I was able to get about 5 or 6 people signed up just like that for the DC event. So one last thing to kind of go over. I think I pretty much covered the majority of how to do this. I'll send the template that I have. I already put it in that email yesterday, but the template to send in LinkedIn messages, which it sounds a little bit tedious, but it literally takes 1 minute. I've sent over 100 in one day before for the DC event. It's literally just type their name in, send message, copy and paste, change the name, send. And I did that to people over and over and over again. But going into your inbox, like I said earlier, you don't want to, probably don't want to send duplicate messages to people. So if you want to check, hey, I want to see if I, sent this person with the last name Johnson, and these are all the people that I've messaged via Johnson, and so you can tell, hey, this person's already received an invitation from me. You can also, like I showed earlier, search your inbox by company, and so that's the significance of putting, the first name of the contact as well as going in and putting in the company name within the LinkedIn message, so that you can go back and easily find out if that's somebody that you have already sent an invitation to. So I will definitely open it up to any questions, but as far as metrics go, I think I sent out about 400 total to LinkedIn messages for the DC event and had 25 people approximately register. So I was getting about an 8% registration rate for every message that I sent out. And like I said earlier, you can get a good idea of how effective this campaign is working by how many times people are clicking on this. And within the past hour, this went up 1, and just this one went up 1. So people are clicking on these somewhere, and obviously, hopefully that leads them to registering. But all in all, this is a way that I know that we're sending out a lot of emails, we're doing a lot of phone calls, stuff like that, leaving a lot of voicemails, that kind of thing. And this is a way that almost guarantees that at least the invitation to this event is going to get read and in front of somebody. And using those searches, using the searches that are and saving them and bookmarking them makes it very easy to find the right people and get in touch with them through the group. So is there any questions right now? Anybody want to chime in from remote? Anybody in the house? Does it make sense at all?
No.
Yeah.
We know exactly what you're doing, man. This is legit.
How many of those do you actually do?
For the DC event, I didn't add any. I was adding people to Salesforce that I was getting their email address, and then obviously tracking activity after that. But if AEs and SDRs are going to be working together on the same account,
Yeah,
then,
same here, like the Charlotte event, I didn't log anything, but